Hey, second grade. Happy Monday. I'm really excited to continue talking about healthy living. This week, we're going to be talking about how you can prevent injury. This is lesson 1 of week 3 in unit 6. Let's read the objective together. Read with me. Lesson 1 objective. I can make imperative statements with the phrase "so you won't" to give advice about how to stay safe on the playground. What this objective means is that today you're going to learn how to give advice in the form of an imperative statement. Say imperative statement. Nice. An imperative statement is just when you give somebody a direction. And today we're specifically going to be talking about giving directions so your friends don't get hurt on the playground. Let's read this together. Lesson 1 Introduction. Last week, you talked about different kinds of healthy food you can eat. Healthy food helps you stay strong and feel good. Before that, you learned how to talk about being healthy by getting enough exercise. Those are all great ways to take care of your body. But healthy living also means taking care of yourself in other ways. It's important to know what to do to stay safe and keep from getting hurt. That's what we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to talk about problems that could happen at school, and then we're going to talk about advice you can give to make sure your friends don't get hurt in these ways. Read with me. What could happen at school? Let's discuss how each situation happens and whether it may happen intentionally, which means on purpose, or unintentionally, by accident. And then we're going to think what else might happen at school. It's really important to think, are these problems happening intentionally? Does that mean did the student or kid try to make this happen? Or did they happen unintentionally or by accident? First, the problem is the kid got a blister. Your turn. The kid. A blister is a wound you get when your shoe is too tight or not on the right way. It can be on your feet or hands. This is something unintentional. It's because you don't mean or plan to get blisters. You do it by mistake when your shoe's not on right. Here, the problem is, if you said the shoe is untied, you're right. The shoelaces are untied, so the student might trip and fall. That's also probably unintentional. What do you think the problem is here? I see a boy sweating in the sun. He looks really hot. If you said he's sunburnt or dehydrated, you would be right. He didn't put on sunscreen, so he is getting sunburnt and he's sweating a lot. Also unintentional. Here, the student's problem is she's dehydrated and she has a headache because she didn't drink water. Do you think she did this on purpose? Was it intentional, or did she do it by accident and it was unintentional? What do you think? If you said it was unintentional, you would be right. Here, the problem is the student got a cut on her leg. Also unintentional because she didn't plan to get a cut on her leg. Here, the student has a stomach ache. Your turn. The student has a stomach ache. Can you think of something else that might happen at school? If you said get a paper cut or get a bloody nose or trip and fall, these are all things that could happen at school that are unintentional. That means they don't happen on purpose. Today, we're going to use the phrase make sure you to give advice. It's really important when you give advice that your tone is friendly and not bossy. No one likes to be told what to do. So when we give our friends advice, we don't want to be bossy and mean like this. We want to be nice and friendly so they're more likely to listen to us. Let's look at advice we can give for each problem. Here, the problem is the student's getting a blister. The solution is wear comfortable shoes. So I might say, make sure you wear comfortable shoes. Make sure you're reading with me now. Make sure you wear comfortable shoes. Your turn by yourself. Nice. We're going to move through these quickly. I'm going to say the problem and then the solution, then we're going to read them together. The problem here is his shoes are untied. So the solution would be to tie your shoes. Remember, you should sound friendly and nice, not bossy. Make sure you tie your shoelaces. Your turn. Nice job. The problem here is that they didn't drink enough water. So the solution would be to drink water. Make sure you drink water when it's hot outside. Your turn. Nice job. Here the problem is he's getting sunburnt. So I would say, make sure you wear sunscreen when it's sunny. Your turn. Here, the problem is she got a stomach ache because she ate too much before she played. So the solution is to not eat a lot of food before you play. Make sure you don't eat a lot before you play. Your turn. We can also use the phrase, so you won't, to tell someone what would happen if they don't follow our advice. So is a conjunction or a joining word that we use to put two ideas together. You've probably seen this video in school that talks about conjunctions before. The main conjunctions you know are and, or, and but. I'm going to play it for a little bit to jog your memory.
Conjunction, junction, what's your conjunction, junction, what's their function? I got and, but, and, or.
See, those are the main three conjunctions, but so is also a joining word. So we're going to look at how we can put make sure you and so you won't together. The problem, again, is the blisters. The solution is to still wear comfortable shoes, but we're adding this part here. We're telling our friend what will happen if they don't follow the advice. So I would say, make sure you wear comfortable shoes so you won't get blisters. Your turn. Nice job. Oh, sorry, we exited out by accident. The problem here is that the shoelaces are untied. So I would say, tie your shoelaces so you don't trip on them. Remember, your tone should be friendly. Make sure you tie your shoelaces so you won't trip on them. Your turn. Great job. The problem here is that the student is too hot outside and they're getting a headache or maybe sunburn. So let's see what advice we should give. Make sure you drink water when it's hot outside so you won't get a headache. Nice. This is something else you can say when it's hot outside or it's really sunny. Make sure you wear sunscreen when it's sunny so you won't get a sunburn. Sunburn is when you get all red and your skin starts to peel. Your turn to practice giving the advice. Great job. This is another thing that happens when it's hot outside and people aren't drinking water. So another piece of advice you could give is make sure you drink water when you're thirsty so you won't get a headache. Your turn. Nice. Here the problem is the stomach ache. Make sure you don't eat a lot before you play so you won't get a stomach ache. Your turn. Great job. Almost time to make our own sentences, which is going to be the most fun part. Here the problem is a cut on the leg. The solution is to play carefully. Make sure you are careful when you play, so you won't hurt yourself. Your turn. Great job. This chart looks a little trickier, but you've seen stuff like this before, so I know you're going to do a great job. Right now, you're just going to get a chance to make your own sentences using the words here. I'm going to go first. Remember, when I give advice to my friends, I want my tone to be friendly, and I want to use both parts of this. Make sure you so you won't Here we go. Make sure you tie your shoelaces so you won't trip on them. I'm going to do one more example. Make sure you, read with me now, drink water when it's hot outside so you won't get a headache. Okay, I want you to make one sentence with the words here. Make sure you so you won't I wonder who's going to have the best sentence in all of second grade. Go! I'm sure you all came up with beautiful sentences. Maybe you said, make sure you are careful when you play so you won't hurt yourself. The last thing I want you to try to do today is try to make a sentence using make sure you and so you won't without any of these words. So for another situation at school. So I might say, make sure you are careful with paper so you won't get a paper cut. What's another piece of advice you could give your classmates? Think of something. Go. Cool. I bet you all had some really good examples there. You all did an awesome job today. Don't forget to do your exit ticket in Google Classroom. Nice job, second grade. See you guys next time.